Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We're back sa second portion po ng ating programang Aksyon Central Luzon Special Edition. Ito pa rin po si Sonny Lopez at panauhin ko po si Mr. Raul R.V. Perez po, ang General Manager po ng Philippine Academy for Aviation Training na nandito po nakabase sa Clark Freeport Zone, mga kaibigan. At gusto ko rin pong paalam sa ating mga kaibigan na tayo po ay napapanood sa lalawigan ng Pampanga, lungsod ng Angeles, buong Clark po, mga kaibigan, Mabalacat, Porac, Bacolor, Magalang, Candaba, San Luis. Sa Bulacan po, napapanood din po tayo dyan. Sa Bataan, sa Tarlac po, including Tarlac City, napapanood po tayo dyan. Nueva Ecija, and resettlement areas po. Napapanood po ang ating pong himpilan at ang ating pong programa. At as I've said before the break, napakahalaga po ng pinag-uusapan natin kasi ngayon po, ang panahon, paliparan na, no? Lumilipad na halos lahat. Hindi na lang mga kalapatin lumilipad ngayon. Marami na po. Yung mode of transportation po natin, nag-shift na po. Dati, road, ship, no? Mga vapor-vapor, train, rail. Pero ngayon po talagang kahit sa ang lugar, sa Europe yan, sa Estados Unidos, dito po sa Asia, ay planes na po ang ginagamit natin sa ating pagbibiyahe for entertainment, for business, no? And many, many more. Kaya po, we have invited nga po dito si Mr. Raul, no, para pag-usapan po. Gusto ko pong itanong sa kanya during the break, how much money have you put in to invest para dito sa ganitong undertaking?
The investment here is around 50 million US on total. We bought a brand new simulator, which costs around 10 million US, and we're also getting another simulator soon. Also the Airbus procedures trainer. So mga almost 20 million US nang na-invest for paat, initial. So initial, I think eventually we have room for 4 simulators in our training facility. So that would need another investment.
So those simulators are for the same type of aircraft?
Yes, it's all our air simulators are for the Airbus 320 flight simulator. So
okay. You have different simulators eventually kung mag-expand yan doon sa wider, bigger aircraft.
Yeah, we could, but at the moment we are focusing on the Airbus 320 family. So,
because this is now the mode, di ba?
Yes.
Itong mode ngayon yung travel, yung lalong-lalo na sa yung cost saving na mga travels, no?
Yeah, because of the low-cost carriers like Cebu Pacific. So who uses a lot of the Airbus 320.
So lahat halos ng mga nag-graduate ngayon, mga tao rin na Cebu?
Hindi naman.
We're also, I want to find out if even those who are not from the Cebu group, no, airline group, may enroll dito sa ano.
Yes, actually, PAAT, or the Philippine Academy for Aviation Training, is, although our shareholders are Cebu Pacific and CAE, we're an arm's length company, and we're able to cater to all those who are interested to fly, and also all other airlines, third-party airlines, whether they be in the Philippines, based in the Philippines, or foreign carriers. So we welcome other carriers to train in our facility, like let's say Zes Air, Sea Air, Air Asia if they want, and also other foreign carriers, especially in the Asian region.
And it's really a nice place naman yung Clark, no?
Yes. I think Clark is very good for training because of the runway that was built by the Americans. They also have a history of all the flying schools here, and also I think the setup, aside from, let's say, when the trainees have finished their training, they can do a lot of things in Clark. So I think it's a perfect location.
So yung sinabi mo kanina, pag natapos ng basic, pwede na sa inyo?
Yeah. So ang requirement namin, as long as they finish their basic flying school, you have around 220 hours of flying hours that you've done. You have your commercial pilot license and an instrument rating for multi-engine. And then you have around 25 hours of multi-engine time and 100 hours of pilot and command time for the single engine. Then you can also apply for type rating in our facility for the Airbus 320. But yung course namin, unlike other aviation schools, we fully adopt the Airbus standards. So the training will be using the Airbus standard footprint, and also prior to taking the initial type rating, you have to take this jet familiarization and multi-crew cooperation course.
Yung teamwork sa loob ng...
Yeah. So, kasi yung marami na nag-graduate sa flying school, they only know the single engine, single propeller plane, di ba? So, when you take the jet familiarization course, then we give you some familiarity with how a jet functions, and also give you some exposure to the multi-crew concept, where you're flying with someone else.
Yes.
Which is very important for commercial flying.
Wala naman nagpo-fly ng commercial na solo-solo, di ba?
Yeah. So, once in the way, in our training center, you're slowly formed to become a highly professional Airbus 320 pilot.
Usually, pag graduate, anong edad na yan?
I think you can, instead of flight, maybe around the mid-20s, mid-20s,
And how long
you can
do they
start
work?
early. And if you take care of your health, you can work until 65 years old.
Now.
So, yeah. Unlike before, up to 60 lang sila. But the commercial pilots have to undergo their medical so regularly. So, as long as you take care of your health, you can fly.
Itong question ngayon, sabi nila, yung mga Philippine Air Force, pagkatapos ngayon, ayaw na mag-re-enlist, no? Ayaw na magpirma pa ng kontrata. Nagpupunta sa Cebu, sa mga airlines, gano'n.
Yeah.
Tapos yun naman daw mga airlines natin, yung mga piloto, kinukuha naman sa yung mga international mga airlines, no? Yung mga Middle East. Malaki ba talaga yung dito, yung kita? Mabilis bang mabawi yung malaking halagang
I think
gugugulin?
from mga naririnig ko, I think once you become an Airbus captain, you can take home around, from what I heard, around 400,000 or higher a month. So,
piso yan.
Yeah,
Pwede
pesos.
naman.
So I think you'll be able to live a good life and be able to see the world. But
travel.
yeah, and I think it's worth the amount that you spend for training. Yeah.
So, gumastos ka ng 4 na milyon, madaling ma-recover, no?
Yeah. As long as you keep
Pero
your health.
Magkano maging gastos?
Depende sa amin kasi we have different types of training, but our rates are really comparable to the benchmark all over Asia. Alam ko sa basic flying school, I think you need to spend around 2 million for basic flying.
Yes. And how long will that take?
And I think it takes around 18 months. So,
from high school, you can take that already, right?
Not sure. I think you have to be college level to do that.
So, and then from there, you can jump directly to your type of training.
Yes. So we only accept those who have their graduates of basic flying school, who have their commercial pilot license.
Pero gaano naman yung pag kunwari, gumraduate na sa inyo, ilang percentage ang nakukuha sila ng mga ngayon na Cebu, ganyan?
Hindi, I think for
almost,
ang edge ng those who take their courses here at PAAT is because we know very much the standards of Cebu Pacific. And we also have the Airbus standard that we have adopted.
And that's international, di ba? Hindi naman local, Cebu, local standard. Hindi naman, right?
Hindi, if you're going to adopt a standard, then adopting the Airbus standard is really the highest standard.
Right.
So, those who graduate from PAT will alam ng mga, let's say, Cebu Pacific, that they know the standards of PAT. So, you will have an edge. Maybe, let's say, if you're applying for a job.
You're almost a shoe-in, right?
Yeah, and also that you have they know that the Airbus standard footprint was used, so other airlines would also be comfortable with your training.
Which, as I mentioned, is happening now.
Yeah, and aside from that, we also have what I discussed earlier, yung jet familiarization and multi-crew cooperation concept. So you have to, with that, it will lessen the risk of you failing the initial type rating course. Kasi, mahal na nga yung babayaran mo sa initial type rating, tapos kung bumagsak ka pa, sayang lang yung pera. So, if you take the parang jet familiarization and MCC course prior to your initial type rating, then it will lessen any risk of failing. Because normally, yung mga those who graduate from flying school, they have no exposure to the jet or to communicating with another crew member. So that's normally where they have difficulty. So,
And all this that you're talking about is one reason why some parents really would like to invest. Kasi nag-invest ka naman sa anak mo, di ba?
And I think flying is really one job that could give a big opportunity for Filipinos to be able to get a higher pay and also to have a career that's exciting. See the world and also be able to provide for your family. So we're happy that we're able to establish this training center in the Philippines and in Central Luzon particularly. So alam naman natin na kayang-kaya ng mga Pilipino maging very professional pilots.
So, but you're not limited, no, to accepting students from Central Luzon or from Pampanga, right?
Our plan is really to get students from even foreign countries in Asia and also even in other continents if they're willing to fly here. In fact, marami kaming inquiries ngayon from Europe where the economy is bad and they're interested in flying here. So
saving some.
So they want to go do their training here in the Philippines because they also know that we have Cebu Pacific is involved here.
Right.
But, again, as I mentioned earlier, PAAT is a separate standalone company where we cater to different airlines, local and foreign. So,
although again, you're partners with Cebu Pacific, right?
Yeah.
So may advantage, may disadvantage there.
Yes, may advantage because we know very closely the standards of Cebu Pacific.
Okay.
Yeah.
Magbe-regulate tayo, na? Tapos conclude na natin itong pinag-usapan natin. Ha? Marami pa ho kayong pag-usapan, mga kaibigan. Huwag po kayong aalis dyan sapagkat I'm telling you, what we're discussing now is, wala nyo, a few years from now, yung mga nanood nito, piloto.
Yeah.
Di ba?
Oo.
So, dito pa sa Clark, di na alam mo yung menos, no? Kasi, alam mo, maraming Pampanga nagka-aral ng Manila eh. O kaya Baguio, ganyan. O kaya abroad pa. Pero ngayon, this is a chance that they can study here.
Yeah.
Pero in-house ba yung mga estudyante nyo?
No, they have to look for a place somewhere to sleep.
Nearby?
Pero, yeah, and they can just
How long
go
is the
to
course again? How long is the course that you're offering
the whole
here?
course with the Jet Fam and if you do inclusive of the Jet Fam and MCC course, it's 40 days. If the instructors and the simulator are available, you can do it in 40 continuous days. So in 1 month and 10 days,
tapos,
you can be ready to fly an Airbus. You can become a flight officer of an Airbus.
tuloy-tuloy yung ano dyan.
Yeah, kung assuming tuloy-tuloy. Pero sometimes kasi the simulator is not available because of other trainees.
But you said you have how many simulators?
We'll soon have 2 simulators by March. And we have room for 4. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
O, so break tayo.
Yes.
Tapos babalik po kami mga kaibigan. So inuulit ko sa mga magulang no, na talagang dati gusto papag-aralin po para maging piloto ang kanilang mga anak. Meron na ho dito. In fact, yung basic meron sa Clark, di ba?
Yes.
You can take your basic training here at Clark. Tapos yung sinasabi kong training na ngayon na offer po ng paat, no? Dito lang din ho sa Clark yan.
Yes.
So walang maraming biyahe yan.
Oh, wala na. Dito na.
Menos.
Yeah.
Pabalik po kami, mga kaibigan.
Okay. Thank you.